Greetings everyone, my name is Adderville, and I welcome you all to my blind live let's play of Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy, also known as Rockman World 4 in Japan. This game was developed by Minakuchi Engineering and published by Capcom. As this is a blind let's play, I apologize in advance for any silly mistakes or false assertions I make. And unlike its three predecessors, we actually have an intro cutscene of Wally sending in his squad of Roadmasters. The four remaining ones from Mega Man 4 we didn't face off against yet. Seriously, how much property damage has Wily accrued over the years? And there's the newest Mega Man killer, Blade. So let's begin. We actually have an intro dialogue now, with Dr. Light. He makes his first appearance in the World series. In the game, that is. And the introduction of a shop system to the classic series. I guess this game was the inspiration for Mega Man 7's inclusion of a shop. Although here we don't collect bolts, we collect things called P-chips, which I'll interchangeably refer to as potato chips. So we have Bright Man, Pharaoh Man, Ring Man, and Toad Man. I'll start off by going after Toad Man first. Indeed, Rafa. Toadman is one of his strongest Roadmasters. That seems like an ironic statement. So continuing the trend of borrowing elements from two of the NES games, this game borrows elements from Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5. Enemy stage elements Roadmasters from both of those titles. So we start off with about the same physics as Rockman World 3, however our charge shot has been changed up a bit. It's now a bit bigger, to be more in line with the Mega Man 5 charge shot. It's not as big as the charge shot from Mega Man 5, but it's still fairly large. Also, when I fire off the full charge shot, it pushes me back a bit. Wow, you were a terrible shot at Scargoon. Hang on a minute, we have letters? I guess this spells out Blade. For the Game Boy standards, this looks somewhat pretty. Indeed, Rafa. If he didn't have Spark Mandel Syndrome, he would be one of the strongest Roadmasters. The Rain Flash is nothing to sneeze at. Beat Wily. Oh, I thought I spelled out Blade. Hang on a minute, the Y letters are mandatory? Well, that's different. That never happened before. I'll keep a lookout for them then. This is an instance of a reverse difficulty curve, because this encounter against the Escargoon was easier. How many pea chips do I have? 28. I need at least 120 more potato chips. Whoa, he's fast when pulling it out. Still fairly easy, but he got the first shot out. Are the letters out there in the open, Buster? That's what I'm more worried about. Also, this is amazing. We actually have demonstrations of all the weapons and utilities that we acquire. Right, man, it is. Gotcha, Buster. Not as bad as I thought. Well, that's different. That first enemy immediately exploded upon appearing on screen. Beautiful. Great work, me. Oh, so this game is what introduced mini E-tanks. That's probably a Daibuman. And you can charge up the charge shot fairly quickly. Nice to see the game introducing new gimmicks. Seriously, they buffed up the Rain Flush? It was already fairly powerful. Already I can say that this game is better balanced. At least it feels better balanced. All the gimmicks have fair introductions. Yeah, I need to collect 4 of them so I can convert them into a regular E-Tank. There's E. Well, these ones don't fall off. These platforms, I mean. So this stage has 3 gimmicks so far. These platforms, the darkness gimmick, the switches, and the bright light platforms. We'll talk about the crystal walls when we get to them. Even though I kinda screwed up the pattern, I didn't die here, due to his lower than expected contact damage. Yeah, I added the 4th one as that's enemy based. Now let's see if we can buy something from Light's lab. Never mind. Well, I guess we're going after Ferroman next. Agreed, Diamond Wolf. I think they're called power chips or something, but I like to call them potato chips, as they sound funnier that way. Much easier to explain in bolts. If anything, if you wanted a better currency name, you would go with something like metals. Metals and rare metals, which eventually the X series did. Let's test out the rain flush. Did it just freeze the sand? Yeah, it just froze the sand in place. How much is that worth? Only 10. I was hoping it was 20. Wouldn't the equivalent blood in the Mega Man verse be essentially oil? Well, I guess until the X series, where we have actual blood. Speaking of which, here's a free E-Tank. Let's see... Like before, I can only carry up to 4 E-Tanks at a time. Will also probably be parts of organs, or meat, or maybe vitamins and minerals. Bones could work too. Already I can see this game is more generous than its predecessor in terms of pickups. Not the randomly dropped ones, but more the ones left in the world. Gonna be kind of risky to pull this off. Well, I made it, after about 4 or 5 failures. That would have resulted in my death, by the way. Should I go for this? It's kinda too risky. No, thank you. To be fair, the Reploids in the X series and beyond are essentially cyborgs, and are part living beings, so it kinda makes sense why they have blood, or a blood-like substance. I honestly expected Fairman to be a lot more dangerous. Fun fact, Buster. When I originally played Mega Man X as a kid, I thought he was essentially a next generation version of both Proto Man and Roll. So last but not least is Ringman. Is it just me, or are the ring and coil platforms introduced in reverse? In the original, we were introduced to the rainbow platforms first. I didn't mean to slide off there. Now let's do this without screwing up and sliding by accident. Let's try out the fair shot. I'm not sure what to think about the fair shot. It seems fine, I guess? I'd rather just use the charge shot. And that completes the beat letters. I don't have beat yet. I'll acquire him at the end of this level, probably. That's a good point, Jaden. Especially in the world timeline, because while he reforms after 34 years, I'll call you Mini Whopper. Or Half Whopper. Didn't we already have this screen before? Well, I should have waited here. The game tricked me. So essentially the game kind of has dynamic difficulty, Jerryman. If you fail enough, it becomes easier. I would prefer it if that was just a shop upgrade though. We already had this screen before. I honestly feel like this stage has a few repeated screens. A similar thing happened in Mega Man Battle Network. Oh, goody. I'm using the E-Tank right now. This version of Ringman, I think, is harder than the NES one. I didn't realize the previous game actually had repeated screens, maybe because I was paying more attention to not dying, but here, as it's better balanced and easier, I more easily notice it. And so the 4 letters combine to form beat. Which version of beat, though? First, visit the Dr. Light's lab. See W tank, E tank, I think energy balancer, or something. Extra life, the actual energy balancer. M tank, I guess. Let's get the energy balancer. Enjoy your bag of potato chips. This time, Wily placed his fortress in a forest. And it actually attacks Mega Man directly. Seriously, Mega Man was able to blow a hole open with just his buster? I think Wily should have invested more in building a more durable fortress. By the way, the stage actually starts out with me charging up a charge shot. Well, at least that didn't kill me. Down goes the satellite cannon. And now we're entering his actual fortress. Watch as I instantly die to the next boss. Or missile. Well, at least I don't need to refight the boss. So this is Blade's team. Hi, Wily. Hi there, Blade. Oh, I guess he's the boss then. I thought we were gonna face off against him at the end of the game. trying to Goomba stomp me to death. But he escapes. So I guess I am going to face off against him at the end of the game.